Can a person fall from a stadium stand? Imagine a fan walking down the steps of a stadium and suddenly slipping, losing balance, or being accidentally pushed. Could a person, carried by momentum, be thrown off the stand and fall down? Today, we are talking about steep stands where the angle exceeds 35 degrees. Stadiums like La Bombonera in Argentina, Mestalla in Spain, Hill Dickinson, and many others have very tall upper tiers. This creates a striking, dramatic view from above, which can cause dizziness or disorientation in people with a fear of heights. On such steep and high stands, there is indeed a risk of falling or tumbling down. For example, the upper tier at the Barclays Center, USA, is so steep that it has already caused several spectator falls. In an article published on athleticbusiness.com, victims share their experiences, citing imperfect design and a slope angle of around 36 degrees as the cause. According to architectural guidelines, the slope of stadium stands should not exceed 34 to 35 degrees during design. Reports on sports venues note that angles greater than 35 degrees cause psychological discomfort and reduce spectator stability. If a stadium lacks additional barriers, handrails, and wide steps, the risk of falling increases significantly. In stadiums in the United States and England, handrails are usually installed along stairways to ensure safety when going up and down. In Spain, however, railings are often placed along seating rows because Spanish stadiums often have slopes of 38 to 40 degrees, and preventing forward falls is more important there. Yet even barriers do not always protect spectators. At a stadium in Algeria, fans rushing forward during celebrations created a domino effect. Railings collapsed under crowd pressure, and people fell to the lower tier. Some English clubs have strict rules. Children under 14 are not allowed on upper tiers without adult supervision. Moreover, intoxicated spectators are much more likely to lose coordination and fall from the stand or onto others. For people with acrophobia, the danger is even greater. At La Bombonera, for example, the upper tier slope reaches nearly 46 degrees. Every year, more and more spectators attend football, rugby, baseball, hockey, and other sporting events. To increase capacity in limited space, clubs are forced to build stands at steeper angles, as steep construction allows for more seats, albeit at the cost of height and increased risk. It is indeed possible to fall from a stadium stand. Very steep stands pose physical and psychological risks, especially without railings and barriers. However, if spectators follow safety rules and responsibly assess their condition, being even on the upper tiers remains safe.